Hello, and welcome to my digital bonsai tree. I'm KirbyCon, and I hope to show you the world of Factorio. Now, what I'm doing is Factorio free play. My task is to launch a rocket into space. I want you to keep this framing device in mind as we go through this series. That last sentence, start small, work your way up with automation. It's very important. And then this is what you see. World generator around you. You have like a black clump of coal down here. Have a big old rock, copper, and this little guy wandering around in the wilderness. What we have available to us is one burner mining drill, one stone furnace, 8 iron plates, one 9 with 10 clips. I suppose that is from when we got dropped off or when we crash landed or whatever. With these items at the end of the series or middle of the series, or perhaps we will not get there, but we will strive to launch a rocket starting off with these items. Now, the initial thing said automation. Before we can automate something, we must be able to do. First of all, let's see what we can do. We can interact with these trees, and like most open world survival games, interacting with the tree means punching it until you get logs. Same thing with these rocks. That rock is going to take a while. You can see on the lower side of the screen a progress bar. Instead of doing it by hand, let's do the first thing that most open world survival games make you do and build a pickaxe of some sort. Progress is saved, and it continues on much quicker. Destroying that rock gave me 20 stones. And that is video games. Anyways, so we can punch trees, we can punch rocks. Let us also punch the ground. Let us go down to that iron patch. Give you a look-see of what this is. On the right-hand side, we can see iron ore. The mining hardness is 0.9, the mining time is 2, and the amount is 520. Within this one square. Then all of this square, there's a whole bunch. If we go into the map view, we can mouse over, find out that there's 1.9 million ores inside of the ground here, just waiting to be taken. And we took it. 1 out of 1,900,000 iron ores. I'm not going to sit here and click on that all day. Automation starts off with the burner mining drill. Automated extraction. Now, this needs a fuel source of some sort, and we are going to give it some wood. And here, it popped out a little iron chunk. Press the F key, can get it. And then it continues working along, putting a piece on the ground until there is no more space. This is a stone furnace. Unfortunately, we do not have the means to turn this sort of like iron or rock into a usable material with our bare hands. That is a thing that must be automated that we cannot do ourselves. So we're going to put some fuel up into this oven. We're going to put an iron ore in there, and as soon as this progress bar is done up, we receive 1 iron plate. Boom. Making numbers go up. But I have to keep on putting iron ore, picking it up off of the ground, and putting it inside of this little container, and then taking out the finished product. There's gotta be a better way. Well, you can see from this little burner mining drill that there is a spot where the ore comes out. And if we just place this item so that it happens to be in the path of this oncoming ore, then it will feed it directly. So you can see it's already been loaded. And from here, the iron ore can go into the stone oven, and then iron plates can accumulate. Fortunately, we have already run out of our initial logs, So we must continue fueling. And this is basically the basis of the game. You take a small machine, fiddle with it, and then receive items. Now, unfortunately, building a rocket using this method is going to take a while, so let us go ahead and expand our options. First of all, there's going to be a slight problem with using trees as a fuel source, because at some point in time, even if I am the most dedicated, I will run out of trees. These are, for lack of a better word, finite. There's no way to replant trees unless you go into modding. And who knows, I might go into that a little bit later on. But there's got to be a better way. Enter coal. Let's go ahead and examine this. It has a mining hardness of 0.9 and a mining hardness of 2. Much the same as the iron ore. So all of the mining drills are going to process coal at the same time that they process iron. And spoilers, copper is the same way. Now if we take a look at wood, it provides 4 megajoules of energy. One lump of coal is going to provide 8 megajoules of energy when it is burnt. I think we got ourselves a new fuel source. So let's go ahead and put this guy here. And I believe the conversion factor, you can use coal to fuel your coal mine. And in fact, when you place down a coal mine right up next to another coal mine's output, it will end up feeding into each other. And the conversion rate, I've heard this somewhere before, is for every lump of coal that a burner mining drill receives, it has enough energy to spit out 12 lumps of coal. So this will accumulate up until it reaches a stack size, that being 100. So I can just let that percolate, and anytime into the future, I can go and get that. Let's go ahead and fill these guys up with a little something something. Grab ourselves a couple of iron plates, and think of our next move. What do I want to do next? Well, the rate that I'm receiving iron plates is very low, so let us focus on getting more burner mining drills. Now, in order to get a burner mining drill, I'm going to need more stone. Guy right here, to our left. Let's go ahead and punch this rock until we get more rock. Satisfying. Or if we even take a look at the map, we do have a stone deposit right underneath all of these trees. Instead of punching a rock, we can just put a drill underneath all of these trees and generate stone that way. In fact, that is what I'm going to be doing. Now, unfortunately, the ground only holds 2 stones per thing. But we place a storage solution in front of it. A box. We can hold more. Open up this box and we can see that it has 16 slots. Each of these slots will hold 100 stone. Inside of this box can be 1,600 stone. It's not going to make it there because it only has 10 pieces of wood. 40 megajoules of energy. It's going to make very much stone at all. It'll make more stone than it would make the equivalent of iron due to the difference in its mining hardness. That's interesting to know. So with that, let us go ahead and pre-build all of these furnaces. They are also ingredients in these burner mining drills. Grab ourselves some coal. And replace this wood with a like amount of coal. Should give us some time before it runs empty. Lastly, I want to uncover our last resource. That is going to be copper, which is like iron, which is like coal. In that mining hardness of 0.9, it's pressed into a plate to do things further down the line. Specifically with electronic circuits is the main thing. It needs copper cable needs copper plate needs copper ore. Plant down our mining drill, plant down our furnace. Put half in there, put the rest in there, and let this percolate for a little bit. And here we have it. We have the basics, the fundamentals of Factorio, and that is using tiny machines to generate more numbers inside of this digital video game. Thank you for joining me. My name has been KirbyCon. Have a good day.